Hey girlies, and welcome back to the pod. This week we're talking all about money, aka how you can be making money this summer easy and fast, or I guess like faster than you probably think. So pretty much teaching you how to become your own sugar daddy, because I think we all have gotten, or at least you know someone who has gotten one of those spam DMs of someone on Instagram asking you to be or asking you to be their sugar baby, or someone saying they want to be your sugar daddy. Well, this summer we're going to be our own sugar daddies, making our own money, okay? Because that's fun and that's rewarding, and it's actually not as hard as you think. But before we get into that, let's chat all about my week. So this week I honestly did a lot of nothing. I was sitting here trying to think back of like what have I done, and I honestly came up with nothing besides last night. Okay? Yesterday, a new show was released on Amazon Prime. It is based off of a book, which I'm sure many of you have heard of, called The Summer I Turned Pretty. And so I saw the show. This show was heavily advertised to me on TikTok. Like, I was target audience on this, okay? And I was planning on reading the book anyway, but I was like, oh, I'll just watch the show first. What was that? Okay? I have never been so angry with literally every single person in an entire show, like ever. I don't think. I was like aggressively screaming at my computer. I was so angry. If you don't know the basic storyline of this show or of the book, it's pretty much about this girl who's like family friends with this family, and they have two brothers, and she's always been in love with the oldest brother, but the oldest brother is kind of like doesn't really like her and sees her as a kid. But then all of a sudden she comes summer and they're like, wow, you're hot. And so it's kind of like her and all her romances, and she has 3 love interests. What is going on? And why does she like the wrong brother? I'm sorry. I don't like the older one. And the way they casted it, the other one is so much cuter and so much nicer to her. And this other one is just like there. And he just like smokes weed. And he's just there, okay? And he's giving literally nothing. I genuinely was so angry. I had so many thoughts last night because I watched the show in one day. And if you're confused, you're like, Carmen, why are you so upset? It's just a show. Watch it, okay? And if anyone agrees with how it actually went, literally, why? Because I cannot understand. I genuinely cannot understand. I tried to go to bed last night, as one does, and I was just so angry I couldn't fall asleep. And then I ended up having like a really weird dream about going on a hike, and somehow I was like hiking but also like asleep in my dream, and I would just randomly wake up and I'd be like in a waterfall. It was really weird. Yeah, so that's been my week, I guess. Super exciting, not really. But everybody watched The Summer I Turned Pretty, so I can know that I'm not like crazy for thinking this. Because at the moment I feel borderline crazy. But I just didn't get it. This girl, this main character, she's doing everything wrong. Literally everything. And how is everyone in this show doing the worst possible thing ever? Every single time. Worst decisions. It was extremely frustrating, but honestly, I really liked it. I just would not have gone the way she went, but that's okay. That's okay. It was an interesting time, I guess. Also today, I washed a car for the first time in my life. That was fun. I guess I did it with my brother. So that was a time. Also, okay, so this might sound crazy, and I know, I'm not going to say think, but I know that it sounds sexist. It's something my dad said. But the thing is that the theory was proven true. So I'm like, is it sexist? Which I feel like it is. But when I was younger, okay, my family had Thai au pairs because I don't know why. My parents had like 3 little kids and they worked and they were like, we need help. So we had Thai au pairs. And my dad said that the au pairs would never pick the mint when they were on their periods. And my dad was like, why not? And they said, because if you pick the mint on your period, it's going to die. And my dad's like, well, that's BS. That's not true. So he made one of the ladies pick the mint. And she's like, no, I'm not going to pick it. And he was like, pick it. And then the mint died. Okay. And he had told me this like a few months ago. And I was like, that is BS. Okay. And I looked it up. And everyone on Google was like, this is BS. Right? You can't kill a mint plant by just being on your period. This is a sexist myth. So that's what I thought. So there goes me outside picking mint on my period. And guess what happens? The freaking mint plant dies. It dies. Okay, so I don't know what to think now. Because I'm like, this feels really sexist and makes honestly no sense. But why else would the plant die? Why else would it die? So for Father's Day, I got my dad a mint plant. Yeah, because I killed the mint, supposedly. I don't really know how that works. I feel like I need to test the theory again, but I was honestly really confused. But also, I'm like, do I believe this now? Because if it's been proven true twice, that's a little strange. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to say this, and then someone's going to come home to their mom and be like, I can't pick the mint, and the mom's going to be like, why? And you're like, I'm on your period, and your mom's like, who the heck told you that? And you're like, Carmen. And they're like, okay, well, she's dumb. And, that's how I feel. But honestly, I don't know what to think anymore. So I'm going to leave you with that. Make your own decision. Test it out. Let me know, because it was freaky. It was really strange. The sponsor of this podcast is a product I use literally every day. And that is from Athletic Greens. I started taking AG1 because I wanted to have better gut health, more energy, and an optimized immune system. Also, I genuinely hate taking pills and vitamins. So, what is this stuff? With one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, nervous system, immune system, energy, recovery, focus, and aging. Literally everything. AG1 is lifestyle friendly. So whatever dietary restrictions you might have, AG1 is perfect for you, whether you are dairy-free, gluten-free, paleo, or keto. Also, Athletic Greens is very cost-friendly, and it costs less than $3 a day. So you're investing in your health, and it's cheaper than getting a coffee at a local coffee shop. Athletic Greens is also a climate-neutral certified company, meaning you are doing good for the environment as well as for your own body. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/emerging. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/emerging to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. And as always, that will be linked in the description of this episode. Before we get into these money-making tips, make sure you are following me on Instagram and TikTok at the Girly Girl Podcast, and also leave a rating and review if you're enjoying the pod. And if not, that's okay. Thank you for your time. LOL. Okay, money, guys. I feel like as most of us are who listen to this, I guess, you're a teenager, right? You're a young person. And I feel like as a young person, people tell you that you can't make money. Like, to work with an actual job, like in air quotes, you have to be 16. So what if you're not 16? What if you don't want to be like standing outside in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru every day saying my pleasure, right? What if you don't want to be scooping ice cream at Grater's because that hurts your arm? What if you don't want to be working at a boutique? Okay, so I'm telling you now, you don't need to have what some adult would consider like a real job to be making money, okay? Also, you can do things that aren't basic and still make money. And also, not like minimum wage where you're like aggressively suffering and making barely any money and you like hate your life, okay? Because that's not fun. And yes, it's good to have a real life, I guess, job experience so you can like suffer a little bit and know what other people do, you know? But if you're not about that, okay? Or maybe if you've already had that experience, I don't know. I'm telling you now, you don't need to have a real job to make money. You can do other things. You can do things that you enjoy. For example, me, obviously, but I make money through my podcast. Okay, not saying you have to have a podcast to make money, but that's just like a creative thing that I have that I can make money. I also make money through a Depop store, so selling clothes online, babysitting, walking people's dogs, dog sitting, whatever. You can do things that aren't necessarily super basic and aren't extremely time consuming, but still make a good amount of money without having to like work at McDonald's. Okay. So, oh my God, what was I saying? You don't have to have a real job to make money. I have friends right now who are actually doing cool jobs. We had to do a senior internship at my high school at the end of the year, and a lot of these kids ended up continuing their internship over the summer, and it ended up being like a part-time job that they could do over the summer. So internships, making good connections if you want to intern somewhere and then see if you can actually get a job if you're old enough to do that, I think is a good idea, because I have friends I know who are working at galleries or working at gift shops doing art for a living, and I think that is really cool and super awesome. And that goes along with my next tip, which is take advantage of your skills and learn to monetize that. So I have a friend, like I was saying, who is now working at a gift shop, and he is a really skilled artist, very good at drawing, painting, whatever. And he's working at a gift shop now making custom cards and designs using his art. So he took advantage of a skill he has, drawing, and is now monetizing that, so using it to his advantage, making money through his art. And then also, I guess I'll use me as an example because I'm here. So me, Carmen, hello. My skill, I guess, honestly, I don't even freaking know. I guess marketing myself, social media, whatever. Can use that to my advantage, which helped me grow my podcast, which helped me use money, monetize it, something I enjoy, giving advice, monetizing that, okay? I saw a TikTok recently talking about, like, it was this girl. She was like, I have this secret, guys, this secret way that you can make so much money this summer. And that is to teach people's kids how to swim. Okay. And she was like, you can charge so much, and like $50 a kid. And let's say you have a family and they have like 2 kids, that's $100 an hour. And then people tell their friends, and then you don't even have to work that much a week, and you just have to get like some certification or whatever, and you're making a bunch of money to teach people's kids how to swim, and all you need is like a noodle and like a kickboard and goggles or something and a life jacket. I don't know. But I was like, that is so genius, because I like the ways people make money, like in creative ways, like the entrepreneurial, I don't know if that's how you say that, but like entrepreneurial ideas, like doing things on your own, because I don't really like having someone telling me what to do. So I like doing my own thing. So I like that idea. I think you have to be 18 to do that maybe. But then again, also, if you like kids or want easy money because parents pay so much, babysit, okay? This is literally the like easiest thing you can do. You're not getting taxes taken out of it. And right now, I know like babysitter parents are paying like upwards of like, I've gotten upwards of like $20 an hour. I'm sure depending on where you live, it's different. I live in Kentucky, so I feel like that's pretty good considering I think our minimum wage is like $12. So if you're getting paid $18, $20 an hour, you're already making more than minimum wage and you're watching people's kids and it's literally probably going to be like, okay, take them to the pool. And that's fun. That's easy. So if you have family friends who have kids, reach out, ask them. A big life skill. Okay, ready? Hot tip. Connections. Okay. It doesn't have to be like in a job or anything, just like family connections. Who does your family know? You want to babysit? Okay. Ask your parents. Hey, which one of your friends? Do you know any friends who have kids? Who do you know that has kids? Or go to your middle school that you went to or elementary school and email like the dean or whoever and create like a poster and say, hey, I'm babysitting. Can you distribute this to the parents so people know? Like, spreading the word is always good because, as my dad would always say, or my mom, pretty much both of them, is that you kind of have to like advertise for yourself because no one knows if you don't tell them. They're not just immediately going to think, oh, hey, Carmen would be a really good babysitter. I mean, maybe someone who's like a close family friend, but like you need to market yourself, make yourself sing, this is easy. I always like to say that people are more willing to do something if you make it easier for them. So whether you're passing out flyers in your neighborhood or sending emails or posting a listing on your local neighborhood app, that is making some parents' life easier. Some mother or father, you're making their life easier. They see that. They think, okay, here's a babysitter. Here's her references. Here's other people she can let me talk to, okay? And you're making things easy. Also, okay, hypothetically, let's say you don't like kids. Personally, I don't like kids, but I have babysat before, and it's been fun. But let's say you don't like kids. Dog sit, okay? Do you have family members that have dogs? Do your neighbors have dogs? I'm sure someone who lives near you has dogs. So pretty much, you can do anything. Even, I know, when I was like in 8th grade, I started dog sitting. So don't say, you're like, Carmen, I'm 14. I can't do a job. Yes, you can. Literally dog sit, okay? Walk someone's dog. Walk your neighbor's dog. Just go up and ask people, like, hey, do you need a dog sitter? Hey, just wanted to let you know I'm dog sitting. Make yourself available for people. Make things easily accessible, okay? So making money is all about monetizing on skills that you have while also doing things, that are pretty easy, okay, if you think about it. Because I feel like people are always like, no, I can't make any money. Yes, you can. I know both my siblings. They're like, I don't want to get a real job. I don't have any money. Carmen, can you pay for this for me? Carmen, can you buy this for me? Because I'm doing stuff because I have money and they don't. Even though, anyway. But it's so easy. Literally, it's so easy. Just the other day, this is a bad example, but I still have to share this because it just baffled me. But going off the example of making money, with selling clothes, my sister and I went to Plato's Closet and tried to sell 2 bags of her clothes. And we came back and they're like, actually, we can't take anything in this. And we were just so extremely shocked because she had good stuff, like Lululemon type stuff, like name brand things, right, that anyone would want. And they were like, we can't take it. And we were like, what the actual heck? But I think it's because she brought so much clothes and they're lazy and they're like, we're not gonna look through all of it. So but anyway, basing off that, sell your clothes, okay? She was unsuccessful in that pursuit, but sell your clothes, okay? And I think it's good. Bring it to Plato's Closet or wherever you might have that would buy your clothes. And then whatever they don't take, okay, then bring that to a Goodwill. But at least try to sell your clothes first. Or Depop, Poshmark. You could do that. I feel like that's kind of a lot of effort. But I've made money off Depop. So I think you should try that at least. That's what I'm always like. I always think I'll just at least try to sell the clothes before I go and donate it, because might as well. And if you're cleaning out your closet anyway, might as well try to make money off that. Also, in case you didn't know, you can get tax returns on your clothes. My dad taught me this, but so if you're like an adult person or someone who pays taxes, now if you have a job or something, just know you can have tax write-offs for clothes that you donate. So if you're donating to Goodwill, you have to get like ask for like a piece of paper or something that says it. But whenever you clean out your closet, write how many shirts you have, how many pants you have, how many jackets, because then that can all be written off in taxes. Okay, so then you're saving money. And the thing about making money is that it's also important to save money and invest money. Okay, recently I have learned about stocks. Okay, my school tried to teach us about stocks by playing like this online stock market game. That didn't really work. Okay, I did get in the top 10 though, but that was because I just knew nothing, and it was honestly luck, and I just looked up good stocks online. But if you have been making money for a while, let's say you've been like, I don't know, working somewhere, you have some money, maybe a few $1,000s, I don't know, invest your money, okay, or at least save some of it. Something that I recently did was open a mutual fund, okay, and if you don't know what that is, I feel like I'm going to do a bad job explaining this, but pretty much it's a way to invest your money, and it's more of like a long-term stock. So a mutual fund is like a bunch of stocks, but all in one. So like, I don't know how many it is, but hypothetically, like the top 100 performing stocks. So like Amazon, Walmart, whatever, those types of things. But it's all into one, like, stock. So it's a bunch of popular stocks into one. So it makes it more stable. And it's used to make money over time. And you're only supposed to use it for, like, big investments. So, like, if you're buying a house, that type of thing. But it's important that you start investing when you're young, because then you can have more money later. So I recently started a mutual fund, and I've been putting a lot of my podcast money in that, while also saving like a few $1,000s or something in my checking account that I can use to spend. Because recently I saw TikTok talking about you need to have an abundant mindset. And I don't know if this is just a way to justify a shopping addiction, but I kind of like it. Okay, but the idea of an abundant mindset is that you don't need to be like budgeting all the time, but that you should act like someone who has money in hopes that you will be making enough money. And this girl's theory was like, okay, if I want to spend more money, I'll just make more money. And I was like, that's really smart, because a lot of the time people are just like, oh, I'm going to budget, I'm not going to do this or that. But then it's like, why wouldn't you just make more money if you can? Right? And if you're a kid, okay, you don't have like a real like corporate job, there's definitely ways that you could make more money, especially if your parents are like making you pay for gas for a car, or if you ever want to buy stuff at the store and your parents are like, no, that costs a lot of money, you can't get that. But you're like, Mom, Dad, y'all, I need this. They're like, no, you can't. That's when you want your own money, okay? So make more money. That's our mindset. Make more money, but then also here's the other side of this. Double-edged sword right here. That was so cliche and so basic, but I love it. You can't be spending money that you don't have, okay? And this is a lesson that will probably be more important later in life. I feel like it's so common sense, but it's really easy. If when you start making money, you're like all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. And then all of a sudden, I don't have any money left, okay? Because it's just fun getting like a paycheck or getting a notification like on some online banking thing, like, oh, you just received $300, you just received $100, whatever. And you're like, oh my God, yes, now I can buy that new bikini I want. And yeah, obviously you can buy stuff, but also it's important to not spend more money than you actually have made, because then Later in life, that's going to be teaching you bad habits, and then you're going to go into debt. So think that through. I think it's always good to divvy up your money, to have, okay, I can spend this amount, save that amount, invest that amount, whatever. Maybe you want to donate that amount. That's great. Donate to charity. That's always important use of your money. In my school, we had like this senior seminar where it was like once a month, and each, I guess, seminar we had was teaching us about a skill. And one of them talked about philanthropy. It was like the most like, I don't know. It was giving white private school. Let's say that. But anyway, the point is philanthropy. It's important to give back to your community. It's important to donate money if you have some. And this woman who was talking was a parent of an alum that went to our school. And she said, as someone who works like with a nonprofit that sets up like donations and stuff, she noticed that the majority of people that donate and who donate the most amount of money are people who don't necessarily have that much wiggle room with the amount of money they have. So people who have less money, who are, I guess, less fortunate, compared to like wealthier people, upper middle class, those types of people. So people who have less often donate more. So that's why it's important, if you are more fortunate, if you do have more money, to donate, okay? Or to do things that raise money, whether you join a club that do this or whether you start your own initiative. I think that is always important. So while it's fun to make your own money, it's also important to give back, because that's always good too. So think about that. You can spend your money. You're going to make your money. You're going to save. You're going to invest. But also donate, because that's a good thing to do. It'll make you feel good about yourself while also helping other people. Woohoo! Okay. Next lesson that I wish I learned about money was that free time is money-making time. Okay. So you're like, Carmen, it's summer. I don't want to do anything. Okay. No one does. No one does. But think about it. Okay. Think about how much nicer your life could be if maybe you had like a little more money. And I know people say money doesn't buy happiness. Okay, but seriously, it buys a lot of things. Okay, it might not make you the happiest person, but it can make your life easier. Money makes life easier. It might not make you like, oh my God, I'm no longer depressed. Life is great. But you don't have to worry about a lot of other things. Okay. So whoever came up with money doesn't make you happy, well, yeah. Money can cause a lot of problems, but also money's great, okay? We love money. Money is making life good. Money is making life easier. So with that, I say that your free time can be used to make money. Of course, it's important to have, I guess, as some would say, a work-life balance, right? We don't want to be working all the time, but then again, you can't just be having fun all the time or doing nothing all the time. It's really easy in the midst of summer to get stuck in this routine of just laying in your bed all day, watching a show, going to bed late, waking up late, not doing anything, being really lethargic. How do you say that? I don't know. Lethargic. Who knows? But like lazy, okay? It's easy to be lazy in the summer because, guess what? You don't have a schedule. You can do whatever you want. Okay, but because you have this excess of free time, it's important to donate some of your time to something valuable, something productive, something that can give you life experiences, such as getting a job. Whether that is a real actual job that you're going in for every day to give you some sort of structure, which I think is good. If you're working at a fast food place, if you're working in retail, take advantage of your free time and make that money-making time. This summer, you have a lot of free time. You need to have the mindset shift that this summer can be fun, yes, but it can also be a really good time for you to get a job, for you to start learning how to make money, start learning money, I guess, skills. And I think with that, it's important to ask your parents, okay? This is one of those things where you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. It's something you need to be asking questions about, because I feel like no one ever tells anybody about money. Like, graduating high school, I realized how little anyone ever taught me about money in school. As in, like, next to nothing. Zero. There was one day in my Spanish class, of all places, where my teacher sat us all down and she was like, y'all, I'm teaching you how to write a check. And this was freshman year. And I was like, I don't know how to write a check. So this woman, my Spanish teacher, bless her, taught us all how to write checks, taught us a bunch of life skills. She was like, we have free time. No one else is going to teach you this. I'm teaching you this. Okay, and that was the only time I ever really learned about money in school. And that was just like writing a check, something basic, something that we should all know how to do. So if you're lucky and your school offers a course about money, something related to that, about like actual life skills, I don't know, like taxes, take it. Okay, because I didn't have that opportunity and I wish that I did. My school, it was very minimal, not really talked about. So most of the things I've learned about money, whether that be making money or investing money, has been from my parents or online. Okay, most of the investing stuff from my parents, making money online, because I was that kid who would look up how to make money online as a teen fast. And that's why I originally started a blog, which if you're new to the podcast, you're like, Carmen, you had a blog. Yes. I don't know if it's still up. I don't think it is. So good luck finding that. But that's originally what I started with, because I was like, I want to make money online, but I don't want anyone to know it's me, right? Because I was like, I don't know. Anyway. And then I shifted to the podcast, and that is much more fun. But you can make money. You have free time. This is the time where you can learn stuff. You can do something more entrepreneurial. So if you want to sell artwork, start an Etsy store. If you make little crafts, Etsy store as well. If you really need to clean out your closet, sell your clothes. Start an Instagram selling clothes, Depop, Poshmark, one of those things. You can do that. Get an actual job, okay? I feel like there are genuinely so many options that you can literally do anything. Ask your parents. Do they know anybody that you could work for? Do they know anyone you could intern for? Ask your parents. Ask for help. This is something that is so valid to ask for help, and I'm sure your parents want you to ask about it, because it's a life skill that most people aren't taught in school. So you need to know how to make money, and asking your parents for help is so important. And like I've kind of already mentioned, I think it's important to realize that there's ways that you can make easy money, especially this summer, okay? In babysitting, selling clothes, walking dogs. If you are over 18, I think you have to be over 18. Not quite sure for that. Someone can check that. But there's an app. I talked about it probably last week. I don't know. There's an app called like Wag, Dog Walker, whatever, where you get paid to walk people's dogs. So you can do that, and you get to set your own rates. And also, I think you need to take advantage of neighborhood apps, okay? You can do so much with that, because you can post flyers online saying, hey, I'm willing to walk people's dogs. Message me back for my rates, or post your rates and be like, this is experience that I have. I've walked X, Y, and Z dogs before. I have a dog in my house. Maybe you have some sort of special training, and also do that for babysitting as well. But take advantage of your neighborhood apps and join those and post listings. I swear, my sister did that, I think a few summers ago for babysitting, and she was babysitting all the time, and she made a lot of money. So take advantage of that, y'all. Again, babysitting, really good. But then also, that's easy money, but you can also get an actual job. And I think that's important. I was a hostess last summer, and that was an interesting experience. Would I want to do it again? Maybe not, but also I feel like I probably would. Maybe in college at some point. I don't know. I genuinely hated it, but I think that was because of the management, and also it's just like kind of boring. Uh, but at the same time extremely stressful, and it's kind of like a puzzle. I feel like everyone's like, "Oh, it's so easy," because like it is easy, but also at the same time it's hard. Um, so I think it's important, at least once in your teenage life, to have a real job with real people, dealing with like bad managers, dealing with working with other people, because that is just a time, a, a, a really weird time. And it's kind of fun. You get to make work friends. So if you're looking for something fun to do this summer, maybe apply for a real big person job, I guess. Or you can try making money at home, like what I do, because antisocial. Also because passive income, okay? Let's just talk about that. You don't need to be overworking yourself all the time. You can make passive income. Example, selling your clothes online. You just have to like post something and people buy it. Like, not hard. Or I know people on Etsy that will sell like templates, like online templates. So if you're good at graphic design, like making like a website templates, or making oh my god, what are they called, like screensavers on people's iPads, or making like planners, online planners that people will buy. That's passive income, because you just make a digital product once and you can keep selling it. So if you're like an artistic genius or someone smart like that, 10 out of 10 recommend, because passive income, magical. Okay, but if not, babysit. If all else fails, if you learn nothing from this, that is babysit, okay? Because it's magical, okay? Are kids annoying? Yes. But babysit. Okay, that's all I gotta say, man. That's all I gotta say. So, with those tips, I hope now you feel more confident about becoming your own sugar daddy, about having your own money, about getting excited that you can finally buy the things you want without feeling guilty about using your parents' money. And also because it's kind of fun to be like, yeah, I made that. I did that work. So those were my, I guess, lessons I learned, or I wish I learned, from high school that I did in fact not learn, and now that I know from life experience. So, if you like this episode, make sure you leave a rating and review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And you can also follow me at the Girly Girl Podcast on Instagram and TikTok for more updates from me throughout the week. Fun videos, cute quotes, learning about what an episode is before I post it. Honestly, I've been really bad at Instagram recently. Actually, all social media. I haven't posted in a while. But I'm trying. Okay, I've been feeling a little burnt out. And it's summer. Okay, so I'm trying to give myself a break. So please be nice. But I hope you like this episode. Make sure you check out Athletic Greens. It is linked in the description of this episode. And I hope you have an amazing week. You're bomb. Happy summer. Enjoy making your money. Bye.